Drex here from Drex Factor Poi, sharing with you the love of poi spinning and flow arts to benefit your body and brain. Today, I'm going to teach you how to dance like me and break down a combo that went viral on Instagram last month. Should be a lot of fun. Before we dive in though, I do want to give a quick shout out to the friends of the channel. Big thanks to Dark Monk, Fire Mecca, Flow Fests, Flow Toys, Juggling Calling, Pyroterror Light Toys, Spinballs, and Ultrapoi for helping to make the videos on this channel possible. You can learn more about all these amazing businesses and what they're doing to support flow artists like yourself by checking out the links that I've got down in the description of this video. And special thanks to non-business friends of the channel, Johnny Howard, Lain Mochinsky, and Pekha Pekkonen. Thank you all so very much for your support for my work and my mission. So this is a combo that pulls in some elements from outside of the poi spinning world. Number one, there's a lot of locking in it. This is a hip hop dance style. And number two, there's a lot of shotguns in it. Shotguns are a particular type of glow stringing technique wherein you wrap up the poi around your hand to immobilize it. This gives us the opportunity to do some pretty cool suspensions, and that is definitely on display in this particular combo. So I'm going to show you how to put together all these different pieces into something that I think looks particularly eye-catching, and I hope that you do too. If you're new here, I make tons of videos about poi. I teach tricks, I teach technique, and in cases like this, I teach people how to move with their poi too. So please give me a subscribe if you haven't already. Now for this combo, you're going to need quite a few tricks under your belt. Here's the full list. First up, you're going to need some basic antibrids, such as extension versus static spin, as well as static spin versus triquetra. Next, you're going to need to know how to do split time opposites anti-spin flowers. And finally, how to do Zan's Diamond in split time opposites as well. I will leave links to tutorials for all these tricks down in the description if you need to catch up, or at the card that just popped up if you're watching on YouTube. I'm going to show you the combo at full speed, then break it down for you piece by piece, before finally reviewing it in slow motion once again. Alright, so first up we have to talk a little bit about something called a shotgun. This is a glow stringing technique that involves wrapping the prop completely around your hand till you immobilize it. Now, I have a very particular length of tether and thickness of it, such that as I'm wrapping my tether around my hand, I get like 2 coils of it, and then I get to a point where there's so little of the tether left that I essentially wind up in a position where the head is kind of immobilized. Like if I wiggle my hand around, that head's not going anywhere, as opposed to say like if I left one coil out and I wiggle it around, that poi is still moving. So what you're going to have to do a little bit of groundwork here to find out exactly what is the right amount of coiling to work for a shotgun for you to immobilize the poi, because it is going to be important to this combo. Now, unlike my usual directive for doing these combos, there's very little legwork in this that is partially deliberate and partially not, but it works pretty well in this context because I gave you something really dancey last week. So I'm going to give you something that is a little bit more riveted in place, which is probably a better fit for the vertical video formats of TikTok and Instagram. Anyway, here's how it starts. You want to start from the shotgun. You want to have those poi wrapped up in your hands. You want your left hand on top and your right hand down below. That left hand should be about even with your shoulders. The right hand should be even with your hips. Now you're going to start over here to your left hand side, and you're going to pivot your entire body over to the right. You're going to do this by locking. Now, locking is a dance technique wherein every time you move a thing, you're basically dime stopping wherever you're arriving at, and you're giving yourself kind of a rebound to really make it like hit for the audience that boom, you've just made that move, right? So we lock from left, boom, to right, and then we drop out 1 coil. Try and make sure to keep the alignment of your hands even as you're doing this. It breaks the effect a little bit if they say like get a little wonky like this. Now you let out the other coil. Again, try to keep the poi aligned. It's very, very important. Now from here, we're going to make a quick switch between two antibrids. Namely, I'm going to go ahead and swing around in extension versus static spin here. But I'm also going to halt over on my left side here to switch back. And what this does is it switches the direction of the static spin. So it's no longer, we started off with it going counterclockwise, but when we make this switch, we're doing a pendulum with it, and we're switching it around to going counterclockwise, excuse me. So we start going clockwise, boom, we switch to counterclockwise. Now the right hand poi does not switch which direction it's going, so this takes us into an anti-spin, namely static spin versus triquetra. Now we're only going to do one rep of each of these antibrids. So as we move over to the right stage right here, we drop one coil, we drop two coils, we switch into that antibrid going one way, we switch into it the other way, and we get out of it by having our right hand execute a shotgun across the bottom of that antibrid. How exactly does that happen? Basically, you're doing the two coils of the shotgun as the poi is going from one side to the other here. The bottom of the triquetra is two downbeats, so as soon as your hand kind of hits the bottom corner of that triquetra, you're already starting the wrap there. Right here is where it starts, and it ends over on the right hand side, yeah? So we do that shotgun, and when the shotgun happens, I want to see a reaction to it in your body. It's not just that we do the shotgun and we kind of hang out here. It's that going into the shotgun, boom, has an effect on our body. See how I'm doing that locking technique again there, where it's like, boom, taking me over to the side here? Really, really, really try and make sure that that boom lands for you. And now we get to have a little bit of fun. Now I will be the first to confess that I do not actually have a full plan as to what's going on here. This section is what I would refer to as structured improv. Basically what you're going to do is you're going to push back once, twice, and on the third time your right hand is going to start spinning around with your left hand. Now you can literally do anything with this left hand poi that you want to, and your right hand is going to follow it all the way around. It's basically just a riff on the idea of what an antibrid even is. It's a moment where one hand has a relationship with the other poi head. And literally, I do not care what tricks you're using in here. It could just be random improvisation, just so long as the hand is even with the poi head. But it's exploring the space with the two for a little while. It does have an end though, and that end happens, boom, when we stall the left-hand poi over to the right, and then we're going to stall it again over to the left. So just to review, we have our triquetra versus static, boom, we push back and go into our structured improv, and we stall before moving on to the next bit. All right, so from here, we're going to get our right hand out of this arrangement where it's following the left. Namely, we're going to take it up and around back the way it came. Part of the reason we're going to do this is it gives us an opportunity to finally unwrap that poi. So as you go over, you're going to start spinning the poi counterclockwise, and that takes you around into something like an anti-spin flower. When you arrive back over to your left-hand side, that activates the right hand, and boom, the two hands go around in split time opposites anti-spin together. Now you're going to get all the way around, and you're going to switch this into Zan's diamond, going split time opposites. You're going to do that twice. You're going to stall out to your right-hand side, and as the two poi drop down around, you do one last shotgun, and you finish with your body all crossed up like this. Your right hand reaching over to the left, your left hand reaching behind you. This shape is important to hit. So that last section of it is, we take the right hand out and around, and boom, into split opposites anti-spin, Zan's diamond, going across, and boom, come out of it into shotguns and pose. Blue steel, yeah? So the whole thing then from the top. We start over here on stage left, we swivel over to the right, we drop one coil, we drop two coils, switch into our antibrid, take it back around, and boom, into our shotgun, push, switch into having that poi follow the other one around. We stall, bring the poi on out, split opposites anti-spin, Zan's diamond, and we come out of it, boom, to drop into blue steel. Heck yeah, let's see that again in slow-mo. So when it comes right down to it, there's not actually that many tricks going on here, but it still looks pretty rad, I think. If you go ahead and learn this combo, please do me a favor, and if you post video of yourself, please tag me. I am DrexFactor on both Instagram and YouTube, and I would love to come check out your hard work. If you got anything out of this video, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to help other people find the video and, of course, to help my channel grow. This video would not have been possible without the amazing support of these awesome people right here. These are my Flow patrons over on Patreon, and they, along with the people listed down in the description, help to make this video and all the videos on this channel possible. Do you like these videos? Do you want to sign up to support me if you're not already? You can do that by heading on over to patreon.com/DrexFactorPoi and signing up. There you can get access to some awesome rewards, and even better, you'll be helping me out in my mission to try and bring poi spinning and flow arts to the wider world and help people connect with their brains and their bodies as creative individuals. So do go check that out, please and thank you. If you dug this combo and you'd like to learn more like it, I will go ahead and leave a link to a playlist of other videos just like this one down in the description or up on screen here if you are watching this video on YouTube. The YouTube algorithm also thinks that you'll really like this video on top, so that also might be worth checking out. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and above all, make sure that you get out and flow today. It's good for your brain and it's good for your body, and I will see you with a brand new video on Monday. Thanks so much for watching. Peace.